We shot a video to Star, which also had Cut Jones and Sway and I's song on it.
Okay, that's enough of that.
It's in your best interest, you don't wanna go blind. Say what you wanna say, boy, I'm a star. Honestly, my game is permanent. Are you ready to fight?
It's cool, man. Don't worry about it. Perfect.
On my face, I got 10 on mine. It's in your best interest, you don't wanna go blind.
Are you ready to follow the nigga after you heard him? Follow him like he got a Suburban. Shit.
Watch me shine, sunglasses on my face like I took on mine. It's in your best interest, you don't wanna go blind. Say what you wanna say, boy, I'm a star. Step back for a minute to watch me shine. Sunglasses on my face, I got 10 on mine. I'm a star, to watch me shine. Sunglasses on my face, I got 10 on mine. It's in your best interest, you don't wanna go blind. Say what you wanna say, boy, I'm a star. Step back.
Hey. Oh, shit. What are you doing, Sway? He said wait. Oh, fuck! That was recording?
Yeah, good.
I still this shit. Hey. Yo, cut. What's up, man? Yo, sunglasses and cool. It's cool and all? Yeah. But I want to do something different. Can we do that?
Yeah, let's do something different.
Alright, then put them up.
Whoa, is it recording? Yes, I am.
Now you are.
No, it's been like that.
Alright. Yo, cut. Hey, cut. Honestly, sunglasses is cool and all, but let's do something different. You down for it? Yeah. You ready?
Step back for a minute to watch me shine. Sunglasses on my face, I got 10 on mine. Star. Get your dance on.
As far as Sway do that shit, hey, let's do it in the other one. Let's do it in this one over here.
Kick it, nigga.
Yeah, see that one. I say it in that one song. Can't stop me, don't give up, hold on. Yeah, I say it in that one song. Feeling the smack down, my subliminal accent. Loop, I keep it subliminal, my criminal background. Can't stop me, don't give up, hold on. Yeah, I say it in that one song. Feeling the smack down, my subliminal accent. Loop, I keep it subliminal, my criminal background. Leave the back down. That's how I play them and act down. That's my God, my life is not the hardest. The nice one with yours, you want to ride, so I can die in project. Walk and die, my God, my life is not the hardest.
Money is everything, pussy is nothing. What's that about? I'm a freak, can we even them out? I was a lady, I changed the rules on a regular. Notice the butterfly effect, the way it's affecting you know. I can't, that's what you want.
Cause all I wanted in life was a nice car with yours, you walk the ride, it's hard to die in garage. Walk the die, my God, my life is not the hardest.
Money is everything, pussy is nothing. What's that about? I'm a freak, can we even them out? I was a lady, I changed the rules on a regular. Notice the butterfly effect, the way it's affecting you know. I can't, that's what you want. I can't, that's what you know. When I'm liking your dough, so let me fuck with you.
Yeah, my game's so raw, never get the voicemail. Got on, don't kiss and tell. For real, I give a fuck. Exhale. My game so raw, never get the voicemail. Got on them kiss and tell.
How will my husband feel?
For real, I don't give a fuck how
I
you.
don't want to be in the video though.
Oh fuck, she got braces! Cut that shit out! Cut that shit out! Man, she's sitting here, young dog, what's good dog? I'm like, what the fuck? That's cute! It's cool. I need braces too. Look, I need fucking braces because my teeth is messed up. I'm gonna get shit just like yours. I can't need West.
Why you trying
We out now. Video shoot. My man Kareem.
What up?
Cameraman slash stereo holder slash bag holder. He do it all. We got one of the stars. Excuse me, the only star. I'm nobody. JL. J who? JL. J what?
Okay, you gotta get this over.
Motherfucker, you camera shy too.
Fuck about no motherfucking camera, dog. That's what I do, man. That's what I do. Cameras is me, player. That's what we do out here.
Alright.
He said don't catch him on black. Don't catch him. Some go for the matches, some go for the...
Like every time I get jumped on the chest hurt because I just did it. Like the Davidson object and shit. I'ma stop, man. My chest is getting big and gay, son.
Judith and Jackie, they look mad at me because they told me to be here at 6 sharp. I told them to be here at 6 sharp. And they were, and here it is like 6:08, and they're mad.
It's 6:10,
Oh,
nigga.
fuck you, I'm sorry.
6:10, nigga.
Alright.
But no, this is the originator of lateness right here. The originator of bad speech.
Oh, so you talking about Jerry Butler?
I think it is recording.
Hey, check this, man. Let me tell you, one thing I like about Sway is he'll fuck up, he'll be late, or just fuck up, and he'll feel comfortable about it. He'll act like shit ain't happened. That's one thing I like about that nigga. Come here, Sway. Come here, man. I love that shit about you, dog. What? About you fuck up and feel comfortable about it? Alright. You don't feel comfortable? You sure? You sure? He said he's not comfortable. I think he's lying.
Alright, man. You rolling?
Yep.
Just hit the knob in.
Really fuck with bitches that's up mahogany. Guess who was down with me? He the curve with me. I know the niggas also bitches be throwing that hurt to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, across the world. Hey, 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 hey. I don't want everything
Step back for a minute to watch me shine. Sunglasses on my face, I got. Woo! Oh! Come on.
don't catch me, motherfucker. Keep my composure. You don't see my ass blow up.
Step back for a minute to watch me shine. Sunglasses on my face, I got tape on mine.
You don't see my ass blow up.
Step back for a minute to watch me
Hey,
shine.
man, thank you, man. Come on now, we got matching jerseys on and shit.
Come on down with you.
She's kind of walking out here. She said she good, but she's still walking out. Just a few rocks with it. Alright, we are at the video shoot. We're about to spin some things. Does everybody have something to spin? Let me see your spinners. Good! Yeah.
Good deal.
Who's missing something? Ladies, you have to get in the spinning shot.
Looks like you got more than one shirt on.
Is that this big old sweater y'all's about to spin?
Don't say that. Yeah, spin it.
Got one.
Yeah, spin it. Yeah, spin it. Yeah, spin it.
Here you go. Spin that.
Both of y'all.
Catch it first. Practice it one time. Ready? We're gonna practice it. So I'm gonna spin this shit.
Hey, y'all shoot closer in though.
All right, everybody get closer in as you can. Mira!
Come on, guy. I don't know what the fuck I said.
All right, it's gonna go like this. You guys ready? Practice. Here it goes. Is it spinning?
Yeah, spin it.
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 Just like that. That's how we're gonna do it.
There you go.
As always.
Mira! Is that your other verse? Is that the verse?
Start spinning, guys. Yeah, spin it. Yeah, spin it. Yeah, spin it. Yeah, spin it.
My man Peacock here put all my fucking songs on an iPod. I don't even know how to work an iPod, really. How's it work?
Push buttons and play music.
I've moved up to iPods. No longer. Well, I'm still on CDs. No more cassette tapes, but I'm on CDs and iPods now. Turbo mode. That's what I'm saying.
What they know about that?
We did the Star video, and I wasn't so like web savvy, internet savvy at that point, so I didn't really know how to get that shit blasted on the internet for real. We didn't have any PR people or anything like that, so we did everything ourselves. So we took that video, put it on the DVD, packaged it up with a little EP, like a 3-song EP, me, JL, Sway, put it together, and we just hit the street with that, you know, packaged it up that way.
That was basically the beginning of understanding what music is really about. You know, it's not just about making money. It's not just about getting out there and trying to look good with your chain and your watches and earrings and shit like that. It ain't all about that. It's also about hard work, getting your ass up, getting your lazy ass up, and making it pop.
Let me tell you a story of how we got this video. Once upon a time, me and Jay sat around and we were like, hey, we'll make a music video. But we didn't have the song for the music video. So well, yeah, so we were like, we're gonna need the song. So it was Saturday. I made the beat. I put down my verses, whatever. That night gave Jay the beat. It's like, all right, write something. We wrote something to him. Sunday, the next day, we recorded it. That same night, we went out and started doing the video for it. We didn't know the words or nothing to that damn thing, but we was out there doing the damn video because we don't wait. We stick and move, baby. So we was out there doing the video. Here it is, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's Tuesday. 2 days into this video shoot, we are basically done with it. We'll be done in what, 1 or 2 more days. We don't stick still. Okay?
Let me talk to him for a minute. Yo, can I see the back? Can I see the back for a minute? You know, a lot of niggas out there doubt me, yeah. I do work at Dillard's and shit. But women over there at Dillard's, you know, they sitting there like, I'm like, yo, I'm doing a video and I rap. They laugh at me like, nigga, you ain't gonna be shit, you ain't never gonna be shit, so just quit. And you know, asking me, is the video gonna look homemade? I'm like, yeah, but you know what? For all the niggas who say that we wasn't gonna make it, and we ain't shit, we just need to quit. And for niggas that say I need to leave cut alone and move on to some bigger shit, though, we as big as shit's gonna get. You hear me? We stars. Put your sunglasses on.
We didn't have YouTube at that time period. We shot a video and we had to get it out by MySpace. That's how way back it went, man. MySpace. We got it out by MySpace. Got it out by people hopping on college campus internet, checking it out, enjoying it.
So the I'm a Star song, JL was able to go down to the radio station, have them spin it on the Knockout show.
So that song, Star, ended up on the radio. I ended up going to the radio station in Springfield, Missouri. It really never really did this. I wasn't really sure of DHC just yet because people start stuff but they really don't finish it. But I was sure after this. I had to go back to Germany to visit. And the radio station said, yeah, we'll play your song, Star. Then I had this bright idea, well, how about I bring it before I go to Germany? So I brought it down persönlich. I was about to say it in German, but personally. I brought it down there personally, and they played it while I was in Germany. I stayed there for about a good month, and I'll never forget it. It was the Knockout show. So basically, two artists will go against each other, and whichever one loses gets knocked out, and whichever one wins continues to keep getting played. We're not signed artists, baby. We were just underground hip-hop rappers, man. So anyway, we went against, I think it was Let Your Chain Hang Low, Lift Your Wabbles to the Flow. Jibs, I think was his name.
And people would call in to vote for the song, yay, nay, you know what I mean? So we're calling up all of our friends when our song's playing, like, yeah, call them up. You know, all of us had our own cell phones and shit, so we're all calling them up like, hey, I'm a star. JL, Cut Jones, da-da-da-da. Hitting up the homies, yo, call up the radio station, da-da-da-da. Hitting them up.
We won. Then we went in against another artist, I forgot, it was too long ago, but we won that as well. I didn't know about it. I'm in Germany at this time period. I fly back, and niggas is like singing Star left and right, you know. Niggas is singing. Niggas is singing that, you know. They're singing your song, and I'm sitting here thinking, wow, how are you guys singing? How you singing that? You know? And then Cut picks me up, he was like, Joe, we won. And I'm like, wow. Wow, bro. I guess we stars now. You know? Step back for a minute to watch me shine.
That radio station was pretty, like, it wasn't designed for hip hop locals, man. Like, we go there, rap to these dudes. I mean by rap to them, like, let's go talk to these people and try to really push our songs out. They would say shit like, well, we have a certain demographic to adhere to. You know, the crowd's only between 27 and blah, blah, blah. And Nickelback was really big at the time. Like, if they don't hear their Nickelback, we're not doing our demographic any justice. We gotta play Nickelback on the hour, every hour. Needless to say, got a fucking hate relationship with fucking Nickelback. I mean, fuck Nickelback. It's the reason I am on the fucking radio. You know what I mean? So the radio was a struggle, man. The program director, like, he made it tough for us, yo. He wasn't trying to give us no act right with that shit.
Hey, what you doing?
What you doing, boy? Get out here with that shit. I'm pissed off that you even dragged me out here. I'm sick of this shit. You always do that shit. Sorry.
Good to see you tomorrow. We're not supposed to have pets or anything.
I had this opportunity to be a host at MSU, the college campus, for the Woodstock. They were having a show called The Woodstock that they brought all these bands out, all these local acts, and I knew one of the girls who were putting it on. I went to school with her back in Waynesville or whatever, and so me and JL were hosting this show, and of course we get a slot on there. So that was real cool to do, for the fact of we had a chance to entertain the crowd, which is us being the nuts that we were, and you know, showcasing our music ultimately at a college campus. That's something that we always really wanted to do, is get to the people at college. You know what I mean? So that was real dope.
This right here marks show number 10 at SMS University, MSU. Missouri State University, number 10. Show number 10.
We're here at
And it's the best place for it to happen. You always want to do a show at MSU, or SMS at the time. Way to cap it off, double-digit numbers now. MSU, ain't that right, Jay?
Right, MSU.
I gotta go though. I gotta go work.
Gotta go work.
It's JC. Trying to be this man's first show with us, so we all have to do it together. That's how it was supposed to be in the beginning. Rand, you think he's coming out? Big Jermo. He came all the way from Arkansas. He came all the way from Dakota. You came all the way from Old Monterey. Oh, he's my player.
Can we do it?
And be sure to holler at us after the set. We can get these green flyers right here. Come to our little hangout.
We do got flyers for a show on the 13th and a show on the 12th. Are we ready?
It's really hard.
Hello? Okay.
Can we turn up a little bit?
Oh! Can y'all hear us? Can you hear us? Hit it off, dog. The reason I call her jump off, cause shorty couldn't handle the woo, so she had to jump off. The reason I call her jump off, cause homie couldn't handle the woo, so we had to jump off. The reason I call her jump off, cause shorty couldn't handle the woo, so she had to jump off. The reason I call her jump off, cause homie couldn't handle the woo, so we had to jump off. Now when you see me, don't think I'm stuck up. I'm more of a target and getting stuck up. Shorty can get stuck up. Oh, that's your man. What up? Words I walk from. Put your hands on me, get roughed up. Oh, really? Please stay calm. Not to change the subject, but you can keep her. She already announced we have to be her creeper. Cause when it went down, I put her into a sleeper. She's talkish, but she's screaming, don't go deeper. That's a jump off. Don't worry about her cheating. Just her. Her not cheating again.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with the True Life documentary Upcut Jones at the concert, number 10 concert here at MSU. Tell them what you did, Cut.
How you doing? Listen to rap music? Can I give you a flyer real fast? Give me a flyer, man.
Go ahead. 814. Oh, where you at? Oh, sorry. I got lost. Alright, hold on.
What were we talking about?
Oh, what you did? What'd you do?
Man, alright, so I'm hosting the Woodstock, right? And we're about to do a trivia game. I'm like, alright, this is for stereo and everything. And I was like, alright, since we got so many people, let's make this thing interesting. I want y'all to race from point A to point B. And whoever wins, you know, the stereo. And then dude was like, why don't you race? I was like, alright, I'm jumping this race then. So I jumped in the race. So there's like 7 people. We're all lined up. Jay, I was like, alright, on your mark, set, go. Everybody went. I started off. Then I tripped. I fell in the grass and rolled around.
And you're supposed to be hosting the show?
I fell and embarrassed myself. I was like, alright, let's try this again. So me and the track star, me and this other dude, we get on the concrete and we start racing. And this dude, he's beating me, but I'm catching up. And oh, but damn, son, the shoes fell off. Both shoes fell off. The shoes fell off, and then one of my socks fell off. I wish I would have seen that on camera. Both times was embarrassing.
Alright, this has been a True Life documentary.
Yes.
Cut Jones.
I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. Hey, you want to show up the splits? hey, you know, we got this. No, I ain't gonna show you no splits. Jay, I can do the splits. Hey! He used to be in gymnastics. Show him, Jay! Show him, Jay! Stop that! Be your bodyguard, stop being just like you know. Please do not disregard anything I said. It's gonna be real. I'm not easy to persuade like a crackhead deal. Don't be pissed cause my breeze is satching here. Go ahead, brother, do what you do. He gon' make some days. He should take it cause he got city plays cause he play. When I'm going through the things to your diary, please come say a little bit on track. Then that means you wanna put an end to me because of this little word that we call jealousy. Not saying that I don't sense because I'm still not putting my 2 cents. I really don't got nothing to say in my defense. Black was my honor, look like respect the heart of burn and you wanted to honor. I feel like Shaq would be so much and still have honor. My father was to say I met him 19 years later. It goes to show you it hurts when the man that made you say you don't know you. You with the black sword, you with the black, you with the black sword, ain't no pain. My hands on the scale is a 28. You with the black sword, you with the swing. Alright, man, we got this one song. It's called Hey Señorita. Hey Señorita, ma, it's nice to meet you. And I got my boy JC on this one. Hey Jake, I want you to get more than take my mic right here. Hey, no, take the long one. Alright, come on. Hey, now my man here, He's a man on his phone, man. Jay-Z. Sing for him. Give him a scale real fast. Give him a scale. That's what I'm talking about. Here's a round of applause. How that you don't know the limit to where I roll. Bobbing up and out show. It's to your lead time. I say to reach up. And baby, I can treat you. Sing it. You on top and me underneath ya. Tell them, baby, I say, hey, señorita. I would like to see ya with you on top and me underneath ya. Okay, I say, hey, señorita. Me, you look so good, so nice. I like the way that you move. I like the way that you move, girl. Smooth and elegant. How can I get with you? See, boy, hey, chill with me in the VIP. Anyone you see the favorite trick, such a salsa. Hot spicy, that's what you are. Look at all the fellas digging on you, cause you are a star. Hey, you look so hot, like a sauna. Don't worry, baby, take my home tomorrow. If not, it's sexy, chica. Get a coffee, go.
So after we do our set list, me and Jay will get off stage and we, prepare for the next band because we were hosting it. So we prepared for the next band. So the next band that was coming on was no lie, like an 11-piece band. They had the trumpets, saxophone, all the brass instruments, big bass drum, like 11-piece band, no lie. So they're tuning up their instruments, getting all the notes and stuff ready. And our beat CD was still playing from our set. So it was Jump Off, the song Jump Off. So it's like bump, 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 bump. So, we hear the instruments getting tuned up. They're playing along to the song, just get their instruments tuned up, and we're like, yo, so let's do something with this. So we jump back on stage, start like rapping with the instruments, and they would eventually pick it up. They were starting to just pick it up as they went along and start adding to it. And so no lie, 11-piece band playing Jump Off, us rapping in front of it. The shit was crazy. And the fucked up part is, like, my battery had just died on the camera, so I couldn't even fucking record that. But yo, that was really crazy.
First 9 months, man, we were doing albums. You got the Circle My Life Volume 1. You got Two Worlds Collide. Then Sway was featured on my Circle My Life Volume 1. We started doing shows. People started coming.
Eventually it started to tip. The scale started to tip. People were feeling it. I feel we were making decent music, and numbers don't lie, stats don't lie. People were buying the record. Now, what they did with the record after they bought it, who knows? But shows show that they followed up with the artists. You know what I mean? Like, they liked what we were doing. They were coming to the shows. Shows used to be packed. Used to have mad people come to the shows. Shit used to be off the chain.
I remember one time we was doing a concert downtown Springfield at this club. It's called El Rincon. That's the last name that I remember they had. But it was us and Spitfire was there. This group named Spitfire, Twitty and Biscuit, and I don't know who was talking jump, but I think somebody said something slick about Cut, and he wasn't having it. He was ready to fight their whole entire crew. I mean, I remember I was outside and I walked in, it was like Cut against everybody. And then I had to come up behind them like, let's go, who's starting, who said what?
We're doing our thing on stage, or they didn't have a stage yet at that point. But we're doing our thing on the floor, and you know, there was other local groups there, other rappers or whatever. Spitfire in particular, there was this dude in Spitfire. I don't know his name. To this day, I still don't know this dude's name. But he was like the dancer of Spitfire. He did all the crazy fucking moves and shit. So I caught him like I'm performing, but I think I caught him like mean mugging me, man, like saying some slick shit, like you know you rapping or whatever, you know, and the music's loud and shit. You ain't hearing nobody's conversation or whatever, but you can catch people's vibes and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think he eyeballed me. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't know what it was, but you know, I guess I wasn't going for it. I guess I wasn't having the shit, you know. So I walk up to the dude, and I'm like, you know, club's bumping as far as like the noise, and I'm short, you know what I'm saying. So everybody's taller than me. So I walk up to the dude. I'm standing up to the dude. I'm like, yo, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, you got a problem with some shit? You eyeball him like you got some type of problem, blah, 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 blah. He's like, what? And, you know, it escalated mad fast or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Niggas started to swarm us and shit.
And by that time, security came in and just rushed us and broke everybody up.
Pulled me out the club. I was hot, you know?
I remember he was ready to get it popping. He'd never stand down. This man, he was ready to take on like 50 people. I remember I was outside, I think I was just smoking or something. I walked into it and I was just ready to go. I'm like, who's talking shit, cut? And he was ready to fight. I don't know who was talking mess about him, but I know they stopped and nothing else was said.
Looking back, who knows what the nigga said? He probably didn't even say shit. Who fucking knows? But, you know, I seen him later, like at Big Lots, like a couple of years later. There was no problem. So, and I'm cool with Spitfire. I'm cool with Twitty Biscuit, all them cats. You know what I'm saying? They doing big things right now. So. Point we had a decent following, I'd imagine, where, you know, we were able to give a platform for other artists to come out. We would invite other people that we knew that was doing music and give them the spotlight, you know what I mean?
Alright, man, we got this. We're gonna hit y'all with 3 new songs. Just recorded. We got a DVD that we just did a music video for. Brother Buff in the building, just do to the building. This is what we trying to be.
Washington change, 2,000 people screaming your name, and now you a song. All out about the song, it's the next song call. Fuck a promoter, promote yourself. This is a chase. Act like they promote you. This video. Somebody's on my face, I got tips on mine. It's in your best interest. You ain't really no blind. You can say what you wanna say, but I was still so back for a minute to watch me shine. Somebody's on my face, I got tips on my mind. It's in your best interest. You don't wanna go blind. Say what you wanna say, boy, I'm a song. I said, hey, wait a minute, I'm gonna go look good. I got you bitches that talk mahogany and $2 with big way to break on me. Not only niggas, also bitches be throwing that bread to me. Makes anybody in the club who wait for money, bitch, exhale. My name's so raw, never get the voicemail. Got it on us, it's a I'm starting over. Look at this. Okay. I got some pretty legs. Check me out. I can try to get my legs. There we go. Let me know that I was hustling. Let me know that I was struggling. Let me know that I was hustling. Let me know that I was struggling. Let me know that I was hustling. Baby, California, so naturally the only son we carry on the trail. So just find out what I'm putting in there. It might sound crazy, it might sound arranged. But I'd rather die performing on the stage like a day. That's the greatest when I got serious. I gotta go, I get to tell people need to hear it. It's why you see me now for a while. DHC, U to the T, J to the O to the N to the U, yes. God on the road, so you know it to the next. To the way, God, to the top, yes. Come on, baby, baby. Come on, God's no flex. He do whatever wrong, go back into loud and hang on my shoes. To your family, just like a tornado. You gotta hang on my shoes to your family, just like a tornado. You gotta hang on my shoes to your family, just like a tornado. I shoot for your family just like a tornado. That's how lyrical man can get. I like that shirt, that pinch out shit, right? I can never beat that dude.
I remember one show we had done a lot of the same songs a lot at different venues, but you know we'd make new songs and then play those too. But we played a lot of the songs multiple times, just like any other artist really does. But we did Hell Yeah so much, right? The song Hell Yeah, to the point where JL was like randomly, he was like, yo, you take the lead on the song. This is JL's song, you know what I mean? So he was random. It was like, yo, cut kick that shit. So I'm here singing, okay, time to riddle, 21 now, drink more than a little. So I'm sitting here rapping his song and shit.
Ever since I've been calling, nigga, I ain't quit. Hey, boy, Stephen Hall, yeah, I'm supposed to win. Somebody's the bullseye, and I ain't split. So if you were calling, you know it was a good man.
We're getting into it. And this dude like runs off, jumps on the speaker, does something on the speaker, but this nigga's pants falls off. He was wearing shorts. And I don't know what happened. I guess the belt must have broke or some shit. The fucking pants was off. Man, there was no way to really play that shit off.
But that's right, after you always trainer, I can't shit while you celebrator. That's so crazy, that's so my legs, ever since I've been calling and I ain't quit. Let's see the ball, get up front of it. And when it's the bullseye, and I ain't split. I predict you I really know you wanna be turned up, ain't no need for arguing, right? Fucking inside joke, I wanna be inside. All in my head, you talking slick, you wanna know what hot spots, a clip of my break, just a flick of the tongue, and a steady lick, then get your girlfriend to lick your dick. can't you do it? Changing elevations make me sick. Slow down for a second, I know you turned on. I turn my head for a second, your clothes were still on. I turn my head back, your clothes on. Stop getting jealous, my attention was never gone. Make money, break, tell me switch your gun on. Can't stop me, don't get my roll on. You go high block, say it in that one song. You get high. Make money, break, tell me switch your gun on. Can't stop me, don't get my roll on. You go high block, say it in that one song. You get high. I don't got time for questions. Always dedicated to achieve.
First 9 months, man, we were doing albums. You got the Circle My Life Volume 1. You got Two Worlds Collide. Then Sway was featured on my Circle My Life Volume 1. We started doing shows. People started coming.
Eventually it started to tip. The scale started to tip. People were feeling it. You know, I feel we were making decent music, and numbers don't lie, stats don't lie. You know, people were buying the record. Now, what they did with the record after they bought it, who knows? But shows show that they followed up with the artists. You know what I mean? Like, they liked what we were doing. They were coming to the shows. Shows used to be packed. Used to have mad people come to the shows. Shit used to be off the chain.
remember one time we was doing a concert downtown Springfield at this club. It's called El Rincon. That's the last name that I remember they had. But it was us and Spitfire was there. This group named Spitfire, Twitty and Biscuit, and I don't know who was talking jump, but I think somebody said something slick about Cut, and he wasn't having it. He was ready to fight their whole entire crew. I mean, I remember I was outside and I walked in, it was like Cut against everybody. And then I had to come up behind them like, let's go, who's starting, who said what?
We're doing our thing on stage, or they didn't have a stage yet at that point. But we're doing our thing on the floor, and you know there was other local groups there, other rappers or whatever. Spitfire in particular, there was this dude in Spitfire. I don't know his name. To this day, I still don't know this dude's name. But he was like the dancer of Spitfire. He did all the crazy fucking moves and shit. So I caught him like I'm performing, but I think I caught him like mean mugging me, man, like saying some slick shit, like you know you rapping or whatever, you know, and the music's loud and shit. You ain't hearing nobody's conversation or whatever, but you can catch people's vibes and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think he eyeballed me. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't know what it was, but you know, I guess I wasn't going for it. I guess I wasn't having the shit, you know. So I walk up to the dude, and I'm like, you know, the club's bumping as far as like the noise, and I'm short, you know what I'm saying. So everybody's taller than me. So I walk up to the dude. I'm standing up to the dude. I'm like, yo, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, you got a problem with some shit? You eyeball him like you got some type of problem, blah, 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 blah. He's like, what? And, you know, it escalated mad fast or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Niggas started to swarm us and shit.
And by that time, security came in and just rushed us and broke everybody up.
Pulled me out the club. I was hot, you know?
I remember he was ready to get it popping. He'd never stand down. This man, he was ready to take on like 50 people. I remember I was outside, I think I was just smoking or something. I walked into it and I was just ready to go. I'm like, who's talking shit, cut? And he was ready to fight. I don't know who was talking mess about him, but I know they stopped and nothing else was said.
Looking back, who knows what the nigga said? He probably didn't even say shit. Who fucking knows? But, you know, I seen him later, like at Big Lots, like a couple of years later. There was no problem. So, and I'm cool with Spitfire. I'm cool with Twitty Biscuit, all them cats. You know what I'm saying? They doing big things right now. So.
The feelings I have for performing live. I love performing live. I got a lot of energy. I'm a real hyper dude, so, you know, I got to give the crowd what they wanted. I'm a showboat. In that case, I'm not going to try to take nobody's shine. That's not me. I'm no shine blocker, but I'm a showboat. I love being in front of the camera, so fuck conceited, but I love being in front of the camera.
What you gotta understand about Springfield is there was a lot of things or factors that was kind of against hip hop artists anyway. Like, I think country music was doing just fine there. I think rock bands, metal bands were doing just fine there because there was a big market for that. People liked that out there. So there was of course, hip hop music, but the market was kind of small for that in Springfield, Missouri. Surrounding areas as well, like immediate surrounding areas. It wasn't like a problem in like St. Louis or Kansas City or Jefferson or anything like that, because there were more ethnicity groups out there. But Springfield, just dead center in the middle of the map. You had the challenge of breaking hip-hop music out to the community, because the people who liked hip-hop music were pretty much set in what they liked. So to be an artist that no one ever heard of, you had to convince people that your shit was popping, that your shit was worth listening to, that your shit was worth purchasing. And other factors that didn't help the average local artist, average local hip-hop artist, was the mediums of getting your things out there. The radio stations, the TV stations, the clubs, they weren't tailored to hip-hop at all. And the clubs were hit or miss. They played hip-hop music or whatever, but they weren't really for the local artists, local hip-hop artists of Springfield, Missouri. They had clubs that tried. They had clubs that gave it a good shot, at that time there was Club Traffic, the Rockwell, the Blue Room, Outland Ballroom, High Life. There were a couple others. But it wasn't really it was hard as hell to really, for one, get into the club to do these shows and set your shows up. That was one feat in itself. The second feat in itself was to actually get followers, fans, or a crowd of people to come in to actually pay money and see your show. So with that being said, if you were a bum ass artist with crap music trying to put on these shows, how far do you really think you could go there? So it's you had to come with it and be worth listening to actually even get in the door and get, you can get in the door, but to get some people in the door to check your shit out. That was, it was a craft that you had to master. It was a craft that we eventually did master.
I remember when Cut and I went to the Tech Nine and Paul Wall concert, man.
We waited after the show, because we was up there selling CDs or whatever. Because what we would do, we would go to other people's concerts to push ourselves. If there was a name act, Tech Nine, a Paul Wall, a whoever it was that came to Springfield, even local acts, they had a show, we were there, pushing our shit.
Tech Nine walked out. I said, "Hey, look, my name is JL. I would like to sell you a CD." He said, "Oh man, I like gifts." I said, "Nah, man, you gotta buy that." His gangsters is around looking at us like, "What the fuck this nigga just said?" I said, "Well, you gotta buy that." And he said, "You want me to buy that?" I said, "Tech Nine, yes."
Tech pulls out his wallet. Tech Nine pulls out his wallet. This shit, he had just got paid from the show, obviously, you know what I'm saying? So he had mad bills in his wallet. Pulls it out. Gives him a 20. And sure enough, fucking wanted his change for the $10 CD and shit.
He said, "Yo, you a hustler, nigga. He said, here's a 20. He said, I'm going to enjoy the CD, man. Let me tell you why this is so amazing, because Cut Jones' favorite rapper, one of his favorite, not his favorite, but one of his favorite rappers was Tech Nine. You had Bone Thugs Harmony, you had Tech Nine, anything that was fast that was cut, period. So that was a great moment in our lives. I bet that nigga wish he had the camera with him.
I usually always had a camera on me, you know what I mean? Like, if not the camcorder, at least a motherfucking disposable click camera, you know what I mean? That night I didn't, so I missed the opportunity to take a picture with me, Tech, and JL. But it's always a great story to tell, because, I mean, I don't know if nobody fucking believes us or whatever, but we know, you know what I mean? That shit was awesome. And 6 Degrees to Tech anyway, I've met him many times. Tech Nine, you know, coming from Kansas City, Missouri, us living in Springfield, Missouri, Tech Nine was a household name anyway. But like I was saying, 6 Degrees to Tech, like, one of my exes used to fuck with his road manager and shit. So it's like 6 Degrees to Tech, you know what I mean? Like, we were that close to Tech Nine.
Spencer Man of Fame. He's a gangster.
Shorty looking good up there.
I miss A Faye. What's up? What's she getting all funny?
Not getting off.
She comes to the parking lot, she thought I could funny. Man, something must be in the air over here. What?
Get the hell out of here with that camera, dog.
Who the hell do you think you are?
What the hell, nigga? Do you know who I am?
No, some light-skinned German. I didn't know Germans came that light.
First 9 months, man, we were doing albums. You got the Circle My Life Volume 1. You got Two Worlds Collide. Then Sway was featured on my Circle My Life Volume 1. We started doing shows. People started coming.
Eventually it started to tip. The scale started to tip. People were feeling it. You know, I feel we were making decent music, and numbers don't lie, stats don't lie. You know, people were buying the record. Now, what they did with the record after they bought it, who knows? But shows show that they followed up with the artists. You know what I mean? Like, they liked what we were doing. They were coming to the shows. Shows used to be packed. Used to have mad people come to the shows. Shit used to be off the chain.
remember one time we was doing a concert downtown Springfield at this club. It's called El Rincon. That's the last name that I remember they had. But it was us and Spitfire was there. This group named Spitfire with Twitty and Biscuit, and I don't know who was talking jump, but I think somebody said something slick about Cut, and he wasn't having it. He was ready to fight their whole entire crew. I mean, I remember I was outside and I walked in, it was like Cut against everybody. And then I had to come up behind them like, let's go, who's starting, who said what?
I mean, if you don't know by now, the one word that makes you successful in this is promotion. Like, oh my God, it's strictly promotion, really. Whether it's the album, you gotta promote it to let people know about it, you know, if they're gonna come to the store and pick it up. Or you gotta at least let them know that it's out there by getting in their face, like boom, 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 just the record, you wanna buy it or not. You know, let them know that you got the record. Gigs is a whole nother thing. You're doing live shows, you're doing your own hair lighting show, or hell, if you're just doing a show for somebody and you got the tools to promote it, flyers, you gotta pass out flyers. I don't know how many thousands of flyers I've touched with my hands, passed out to somebody. I mean, that's what it's all about, man. When we were doing our own shows, we used to go to Kinko's heavy, just design our own flyer, go out there with the master copy and make how many ever copies just to pass out to people. Go in the mall, hit them up, put them on their cars. You know what I mean? Like, the mall used to hate us out there, you know, like out in Springfield, or anywhere for that matter, because it was soliciting, you know. Big ass signs say no soliciting, but here we are, soliciting. Whatever, we going against the grain, man, just to make sure our name was out there.
Let me tell you how dedicated we were to what we were doing. You know, like me and JL went to the mall once. And I was driving a Mazda Protege at the time, 03 Mazda Protege, right? Go to the mall. We wasn't even there for 15 minutes. We was just running in there doing something, I forget. We come outside and the car is gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I remember where we parked this shit because I had to park kind of fucked up next to this truck. Go by that truck. My car wasn't there. You feel me? Like, that shit was gone. So, but let me say how dedicated we are. This is my point. Like, I had to go through the whole debacle of getting, you know, another car or whatever, and insurances, blah, 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 blah. But in the interim of that, I got a rental car. I got a Pontiac Vibe, and this was in the summertime, so it was like around 4th of July. So they were having the 4th of July fair or the 4th of July celebration down at this one spot that everybody gathered at, and we was trying to make that spot because that's where we, you know, hustle CDs there or whatever. So we sure as shit still made it to that motherfucker rolling in the Pontiac Vibe. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing stopping us. We rolling deep in the Pontiac Vibe, and we made that shit happen. You know, so even if they stole the car, we was still trying to get that shit. You know what I mean? So
he would do anything in order to get us to the next level. It was that serious.
What's good, nigga? Yeah. Yo, this right here is Miracle right here. She's a miracle worker, you know. She do big things with the rollers in her head, you know. She got some miracle rollers in her head, dog, because them suckers work miracles, you know. What you looking at, dog?
Shut up!
You got
slap you.
Why you talking all that shit, dog? I mean,
we're at show number, I don't even know anymore. You lost count.
You're too black. Step into the light. Step into the light. You're too black. There you go.
Oh, looks worse.
Oh, horrible.
I'm tired.
Well, go to sleep, nigga.
I can't go to sleep.
Why not?
Because I can't.
Oh, tell all these women out there what you think of them.
don't know.
You're not thinking, oh, she's scandalous.
We ain't gonna say no names.
Okay, y'all know we ain't gonna say no names.
We don't know.
They know who you talking to. They know who you talking about.
Look at the feet.
Would you please get
Okay.
off the toes? Thank you.
And Keisha got a foot fetish, you know, she likes sucking on her
No,
own
you got
feet.
life all messed up.
We had the show at Billiards again, and I usually was responsible for making a lot of the phone calls, getting it all lined up with the venues and getting the light people out, getting the PA people out. You know what I'm saying? I made a lot of these connections for the group. And this particular show, like, they was having problems with the lights, so they had one light that worked for the majority of the show, and but here we are still putting on for the city.
That's how big business is, yeah. That's how this bitch shines a big business. Hey, watch it, y'all don't want me if everybody ain't shit up, y'all. Hey, hold on, let me get to a tour of the home of the second world war. Hey, I'm pushing the man. So many words on that beat, you can say that I'm pushing the man. Why is this what Nicki is trying to make it? They always say that he fake it, but when my hands out, they shake it. But if you don't like me as much as you say you
J-Rocks started coming to the scene too. We started having a DHC circle that was so tight and so solid. You know, A-Faye, she was rapping. She was the lady of the group. You had J-Rocks, the white boy that came from Jersey, man. That boy went ham. When he went in, he went in. I'm talking about DHC started growing into something so major that I can only tell you, you had to be there to believe it.
Right now, I'd like to introduce to you one of the newest members of DHC, J-Rock.
Come on, Shrek!
When I say J, you say Rock. J-Rock. J-Rock. When I say J, you say Rock. J-Rock. I'm an optimist, so you know how I look at the sun. I'm the meaning of this, the gorgeous bitches with a twist. Everybody out there, please stop fucking crying. If you were one day we were all wrong, let's shoot it out there. And I'm not hating some, but keeping it real. We don't really feel sexy. Anytime, let me know. That's what's up. Hey, big boys now, crazy for the rock. That's what I'm saying. Drag to the one that's already. Test me, get kicked in the test me. DHC all day, got life. It's okay, so make me show up. So you don't make me my words, but help me say it. I said, all that way, right? Watch you what I hey, put your hands up and listen along. Put your hands up. Put your oh, you gotta be joking, you gotta be joking me out. You gotta be joking, you gotta be joking me out. I can do anything that you. Everywhere that's all, everywhere that's all, everywhere that's all, everywhere that's all. Yeah. Thank y'all very much for coming to our album release party / show. I gotta give all shout outs to DHC members right here. We got J.L. Jones, J Rocks, Sway, A-Fake, Metal Boss.
That was the last show that we had did with Sway.
Sway started splitting off.
Well, I was still on the streets. I was really confused at the time. I really needed guidance. So he knew it. He knew what I was doing and what I was rapping about I was doing. And my peers, they were doing it too.
Sway, he had, you know, things going on in his life that pulled him away from what we were doing. So, you know, I'm no man to judge anyone. Whatever they got going on, you gotta do what you gotta do. Totally understandable. But it definitely pulled him away from the situation for a good while. Like, he you know, to the point where Sway wasn't in the picture of DHC as a group, as a rap group. It wasn't that trio necessarily anymore. J Rocks was rolling with us at this time frame, so he was put into it as a member. So we were rolling as this trio of DHC.
We kept doing our thing, man.
J Rocks. I met J Rocks at Old Monterey Apartments. He left his key in the door, and you know, I was walking in the hallway and I saw these keys in the door. I knocked on the door, boom, boom, boom. Big ass dude answers the door and shit. I'm like, yo, you left your keys in the door. He's like, oh, thanks. But that's when I initially met J Rocks. I met him again a few days later at the Come and Go gas station. I was, you know, pushing CDs or whatever, and I seen him and I was like, yo, you want to get a CD? And that started the dialogue of you know, of me meeting him, and you know, and he was from Jersey, you know, and then he started coming around, you know, he was hanging out with the clique. It was cool. It turned out that, you know, he was into rap real heavy and dabbled in it a little bit in Jersey. He was a little rough around the edges at first, but, you know, he was fucking with Cut Jones. We're going to put some polish on you and make you sound right, you know what I mean? So he, you know, progressively got better and better and better. And, you know, at this point, he's rolling DHC.
Come on.
really making an impact out there. The more you grind it, the more tangible results you have. You know, eventually, people you walk up to already knew your name. And they'd be like, oh, I heard your name before. I heard of Cut Jones. Cut Jones. I'm like, yeah, that's me. They'd be like, oh, shit, really? Let me get the album.
We were trying to, you know, do things different than the norm, or we were trying to take it to the next level. You know, we got some money now, so me and J-Rocks, we bid for this van on eBay and won the van on eBay on the bid for like $600. The van was in Minnesota. And the reason we wanted to get the van is because we wanted to, you know, trick it out. We wanted to wrap it, really. You know, put our names and shit on it, logo on it. So we go to Minnesota, and we drive out there. Now, I don't know if you know the story or know about this situation that happened. There was a bridge, like a real big bridge in Minnesota, that suddenly collapsed one day. You feel me? Like, we missed that bridge collapsing by 1 fucking week. We went up to Minnesota, got the van, brought the van back. A week later, the same bridge that we fucking drove on in Minnesota fucking collapsed. I couldn't imagine being on that bridge in that dusty ass van and that shit just collapsing. So, you know, I mean, that's a real tragic story, but we, you know, graces of God, survived that shit about 1 week. Bugged out, man.
Oh, they're the van, just in case y'all didn't know. They're the van. Been in Mitsubishi. Big Daddy Lincoln, you already know what it is.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy J-Rocks repping DHC.
What's cracking? I'm Cut Jones representing DHC.
What's good? It's JM repping DHC.
And what DHC stands for is Diverse Hustlers Committee.
We holding it down for Springfield and Mo, middle of the map.
The right way!
See, DHC tries to bring a lot of unique entities into our music. You know, we have kind of like a Midwest type of East Coast type of flavor. You know, it's real different. And somebody gonna help me out here? I truly believe that DHC has a unique type of sound. It's like a Midwest / East Coast type of sound, you know. We kind of, myself personally, incorporates that harmony type of style with it, the Midwest, stuff like that. My man J-Rock's here. It's like
I hold it down from Jersey, so you know I bring that little East Coast feel to it. You know what I mean?
My man JL, you know, from Germany.
I'm from Germany. I hold it down for Germany, and all I gotta say is DHC brings its own original flavor.
All original.
No doubt. And we real with it. Don't doubt it. Know what it is.
That's that.
Now, in case y'all wondering exactly what your boys is doing, so we already started our own little empire here in Springfield. We're about to take it over big. We ain't just trying to stay local. We're trying to do the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Take a look at this right here. Come here, take a look at this. Y'all follow my boy. Right here, look at this. That's the DHC van. You feel me? That's just the beginning. Now later on in this little segment that we popping off, we're gonna show y'all a little merchandise. Some of the shirts, a little bit of something.
This is nice right here. Why don't you tell me about the names right
we
now?
hold them down. It's your boy, J-Rocks, Young ROX.
My Cut Jones, you know.
This JL, short, but still strong. Man.
Hey, and it says it all, baby. It's DHC Entertainment, all day. That's how we do. That's how we continue to do. And can't nobody stop us.
Let me educate y'all for those who don't know. Let me explain what DHC is doing. We on the grind daily. That's how we got that man. We sell CDs, hot product. None of that bull, none of that bougie stuff that people don't want to listen to.
Original.
You know, right now I wish I had a CD in front of me, but I forgot to bring it.
Oh wait,
What?
your boy never forgets a CD.
Perfect, dog. We got the truth is here right here. It's DHC, not DLC, not DCH, it's DHC. On the back, we got a big sign saying Springfield.
That's what we repping, baby.
And we repping it right. But we also on the grind daily, man. It isn't easy. It's not easy. So that's what we doing, man. Just hustling, doing shows, man, promoting shows. We are own promoters. We are own sellers. We're salesmen. We're promoters. We're entrepreneurs, yo. Businessmen first, MCs second.
That's how you survive in the game, brother.
That's what I'm thinking. Yo, do as we do, and you'll survive. No doubt.
I just want to let it be known that DHC is very independent. We do everything ourselves, everything from the beat making to the recording of it, to the distribution of it, everything, and even the merchandising. We got our own hats, we have shirts for sale. We go on the grind every day to push these products to make sure the name is out there to the public. So we do everything ourselves, from the marketing to the production to the merchandising. DHC does it ourselves.
That's why we speak so confident of ourselves. We're so confident. Ain't none of this fake, this is real. We in the building! DHC!
So I hope y'all enjoyed all the footage, man.
Yes, sir.
See how we get down. You know what I mean? We gave you just a little taste of what we about. Just a little bit. I want y'all to really know, man, keep your eye out. DHC doing big things.
Oh yeah, once again, DHC, Diverse Hustlers Committee, Cut Jones,
J. Robs,
JL.
You can hit us up at www.myspace.com/the new
DHC Entertainment. You already know what it is.
So all you labels out there, take notice, boy. The next thing popping.
Keep an eye out. We ain't going nowhere, baby. Nowhere.
How rude of me not to show you how we get down tonight. We got the Aristocrat vodka because it was the cheapest vodka we could get tonight because, you know, your boys is trying to be economical. Then we got the orange juice.
Use the big word, economical.
Economical, man. We like to save money because we cheap like that sometimes.
Remember that for all you slow folk watching this video.
You know
economical.
And we got some grenadine. We gonna make these drinks on the pop. I don't know how to mix this shit. Rocky's gonna do what he do. And everything's gonna be great. Then we got some Oreo sweets.
Oreo sweets.
The munches.
I did.
But check it out, man. We gonna get back to Cuddy Cam in a little bit. I gotta get back to you know, getting the salad ready.
Alright.
Other night, I don't know how many we're trying to get down to. I don't know how many drinks we're trying to do, but everybody's trying to walk with a lean. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll turn 21 one time at least. You know, until you get with somebody who can turn 21 next year. Do the same thing. So, with that said, we'll see you later on Cuddy Cam at Greene County. Welcome to motherfucking the next installment of Cuddy Cam. Now, let me tell you something. Hold on. Taking her shot glass.
Taking over. 07. Yeah.
All right, we're back to Cuddy Cam.
We in the building.
We gonna check these out here in a second too. They look. Let's see. Are they soft? I hope so, because they look soft on the box.
They do look like a little cloud on the box.
You know what I'm saying? They look very, very. Ooh, it is.
Look at the cloud on the box.
Feel the texture on this thing.
Look at this. This is an original DHC Entertainment shirt from back in the day. I mean, I've worn the shit out of this shirt. But I designed it. I drew it, you know what I mean? Went to the embroider shop, had to do the inverse shadow design on it, and pressed up some shirts, sold some motherfucking shirts. You know, so we treat this shit like a business. It was businessmen, independent artists, independent in every sense.